Hi everyone, this is the Enlightened Tarot. Thank you for joining me. I do have a pick card reading for your higher self. What your higher self is trying to tell you, what you need to know. So the first card, our first group is Moldavite. The second group is a rose quartz crystal. And the last group is a celestite crystal. So definitely pause the video if you feel called to and meditate on the cards, what you think you are drawn to the most, and we will see you in your group. Bye. Hello, group one. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. You picked the Moldavite stone, and so this has a very interesting connotation about it, as if that's a correct word for Moldavite. I know that there has been a lot of, negative things about it. It's definitely an interesting stone. I've actually never felt called to have Moldavite in my life. Actually, I've never really was drawn to it. I know that I just having a crystal business, I know it's been coming up a lot, and so it kind of gets a bad rap. I don't believe crystals have a negative or positive energy. It just has energy. So Moldavite is known for the crystal of transformation. So this will, if you feel called to having it in your life, I know I want to say very negative things about it. It's saying, sometimes people say that it might bring you a lot of negative things. And so that's kind of incorrect in a way. So it's a stone of transformation. So what this is telling me, group one, is that you might have a lot of transformation coming to you. You might feel called to get a Moldavite. And so what I'm going to tell you right now about Moldavite is that it will spearhead your transformation. It will possibly bring in situations in your life that will force you to change and transform. And that might be negative situations and very dark situations. And also it might be positive situations and positive situation. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. I think that it's very interesting stone, that it's not for the lighthearted. It's definitely going to be something that is a very powerful transformational stone if you feel called to purchasing it or you feel drawn to it. And so that's what I'm going to tell you about it. It will possibly change your life. That's where I'm gonna stop at that. So that actually tells me in your reading that there will be transformations in your life. That's what I'm getting from you, group one, is that your higher self is telling me that you are on the verge of transforming or are already on the process of transforming situations in your life. So let's get your tarot. So this is the well in the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And so also 10 of Wands. So what is telling me about your current situation right now is that you are currently looking in the wishing well. That's what she's doing here in this card. She's looking and dreaming about what she wants. And so that might be describing how you're feeling right now. Maybe you feel a little bit burdened with the 10 of Wands. You feel like there's a lot going on. You are working hard, you are just in the grind, and you are feeling like you are working crazy hard. And so right now you're also in the energy of looking at where your dreams are at. You're looking at what you're wishing, right? The wishing wheel. And so that's the energy of those two cards. So it's just telling me that what the horizon calls for you is that you are on the verge of change with the Moldavite. You are feeling like you're in the grind. You're going through a lot of things right now, but you have your dreams in the forefront. So let's take a look at your Starseed Oracle. It's saying, I remember, soul plan, fated life versus this destiny life. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Heareth hear it. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, this is interesting. So group 1, it's saying here that, you know, look at her. She is also looking in a well. That's kind of a crazy match right here, right? It's telling me your dreams are at the forefront. You are dreaming. You are remembering what you're meant to be called to. Look at that image right here where you're kind of contemplating. You're contemplating your dreams. You're looking at your soul plan, rethinking your purpose. So that might be something that you are experiencing right now or will about to experience in your life. You're realizing that you have a fated life versus destiny life, and you're realizing destiny versus fate, right? And you're being called to reevaluate your purpose. You might be in the grind, you know, changes are coming with the Moldavite. And so that's an amazing message right here, is that you're dreaming, you are reevaluating your soul plan. And so with these 2 cards, it's saying, I'm sorry, writing past wrongs, uprooting, defenseless, finding home. What this is telling me, group 1, is that homesick for the stars. You might be a starseed. You might be a connected to the stars. You might be connected to the ethers in that type of way. You might be feeling like you're not belonging. You're feeling like you're seeking. You're feeling like you're longing for home. You feel kind of lost, right? You're feeling burdened. You are unsure. You're kind of trying to find your roots again. And so you're uprooting yourself. You're looking for a new beginning. You're looking for changes. You're actually looking for this. This is what I'm getting for longing for home. You're dreaming about what you want to create. See, if you kind of look at that energy here, you're looking for the brightness that's coming for yourself. You're looking for that path. You are contemplating what that means for you. So let's get some moon energy from my group 1. Let's just see what your higher self is trying to tell you right now. And so let's get some clarification for group 1. These changes. Let's get some clarification for group 1. I'll take that one. Let's get some clarification for group 1. Let's get clarification for group 1. Okay. So what we have here, let's see. We have step out of your comfort zone. Okay, you are good enough. Surrender to the divine. Adjustments are required. That's a beautiful message, group 1. It's saying here, it's pretty straightforward. I think that you know that you need to adjust yourself. You know that you need the changes. And you are stepping out of your comfort zone. It's telling me here, Source is telling you are good enough. You need to surrender to what you're feeling. I think that there's a lot of changes coming. You need to surrender to the divine, surrender to Source, surrender to your higher self. And it's fated. Your destiny is fated. And it's trusting in that is where it's going to bring you to where you want. Your dreams, the dreams that you've been creating, that purpose you've been trying to find. And you're going to find it out of your comfort zone. You're not going to find it in this grind. You're not going to find it in the burden. You're going to find it once you step out and you're trying to find home. You're trying to find that home, which is your inner self. You're trying to find your true self. And so that's a beautiful message right here. And it's saying adjustments are required. You know, sometimes we're so used to being here, being and doing what we know, what we can do, but you are being uprooted for a reason, uprooted because you're required to change. Moldavite is a transformation. This is kind of a transformation you can't exactly help. And so what the messages are saying to me is that adjustments are required. You have the ability, you are good enough to achieve whatever it is that you are fated to have. And so that's a beautiful message. There's changes coming for you. And let's get some more clarifications. These are just more clarifications. Get me some clarifications on group 1, Moldavite crystal group. Let's see some clarifications. Let's get one more. Let's get one more in here. Okay. So, group 1, divine guidance, Archangel Sandalpon. Sandalpon? Hopefully I said that correctly. Just checking my camera. Okay. Search for meaning of life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Ooh, okay. 9 of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire. Release your feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Yes, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Okay, group 1. So you are contemplating. This is what I was speaking to you about previously, is that you are reconsidering the meaning of your life. You are feeling homesick. You are feeling unsure. You are feeling that you need to change, and you have a soul plan that you're rethinking. You're looking at what you want, what your wishes are. You're in your wishing well. And so you're searching for that meaning of life. And it's saying to step out of your comfort zone, right? It's seeking alternative approaches. So when you're thinking about what you are trying to achieve, it's not going to be what you think it is, which is odd. That's kind of just came to me. It's not going to be what you think that journey will be, because sometimes when we feel like this burden is a lot and we think that it's a lot for us, and you think that that's where you're going to get your answers, it's actually not. It's when you're going to let go and when you're going to surrender to the divine. And so when you surrender, you're going to bring into that, you're going to bring in that what you're searching for is going to come to you, if that makes sense. So worry is unnecessary. You are burdened right now. You are experiencing a lot of hardship possibly. And so worrying is not going to help your situation. It's going to be what is going to help you is to focus on your thoughts, on the outcome you desire. It's focusing on your dreams. It's focusing on what you think your soul plan is. And so releasing all of those regrets, guilt, worry is going to help you. And it's saying here, if you feel that you are connected to angels, release that to your angels, release that to your source, release that to your higher power you believe is your higher power, or just release that in general when it comes to life in general. If you are not connected in that type of way, then releasing that worry will definitely make your burdens less. So that's a beautiful message. And so King of Raphael, warm, generous, honorable, refined. Yes, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So that might also involve your purpose. Creatively, it might be you going back into your creative sense. That could also be it as well. And it's safe to trust these changes. What it's saying here for me is that you need to trust what's happening. You need to surrender to the changes. Surrender to the fact that you are uprooting yourself from what you used to know into things that you also are growing into. So that's a really beautiful message. Let me get some angel messages here. And so that's a beautiful message, group 1. I think that changes are coming. Changes are definitely coming for you, and that you're going to rethink where you're at. You're going to rethink your purpose. Okay, this is great. So we have communicate clearly, not the right time, look for a sign, and improving health. So communicate clearly. if you feel called to speak to angels or speak to, pray, or if you feel called to speaking to, like, to your higher self, or speaking to even yourself, communicate clearly what you want. I think that's what it's telling me here with this communicate clearly card, is that you are wishing and desiring these things. And I think it's time for you to communicate clearly what you want in your life. That is also one of the biggest messages. And so, not the right time. What this means for me is that you might be feeling like you need to go and go and go. You need to progress fast and quick. And so what the angels are telling me is that that might not be the right time for that thinking, for that progression. So it might not be the right time to think that way. I think that that's also what you might be feeling. You might be feeling that burden. You might be feeling like hard work and extra responsibility and just a lot on your plate means that it's going to progress you. But right now, it's actually not the right time to think that. It's actually time to surrender to the divine. And so what this is telling me here, for look for a sign, I think that if you are unsure, what it's telling me is that maybe ask for a sign. What it's telling me is that maybe you feel called to ask the universe for a sign from time to time to kind of confirm what you're thinking. I think that's a very good indication of where you're at, especially if you're connected in a spiritual way. What I'm actually getting right now is that if you're connected to angel numbers such as 111, 222, 333, in that type of sense, that is a sign for you. And what source is telling me and your higher self is telling me is that is you're going to be your indication that you're on the right path, that you're on your way to creating your change, and you're getting confirmation from your higher self and source that you are improving. And this might also pertain to if you're also feeling sick, and if you are, physically down. Actually, if you're kind of injured, I get possibly if you are injured in some way or feeling sick or feeling down mentally as well, you're going to be improving your health. That's going to be something that's happening for you, which is really great. That's a good sign. Let's see. Let's get some more messages here. So let's get some more messages for my group 1. Group 1, Moldavite crystal. Okay. So responsibility, loyalty, trust. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. These are beautiful messages, group 1. So what it's telling me, it's pretty straightforward, is that you need to trust your intuition. You are also responsible for yourself, and you are loyal to yourself. You have that ability to surrender. Look within yourself and trust your voice, trust your inner voice. You have the power. And that's what I think is preparing you for those changes that are coming, is that you are loyal to yourself, you are responsible, you are trusting yourself. And those are the things, the energies that you need to be in. So those are beautiful energies, actually. And so let's get some closing energies with the Law of Attraction cards. So let's get some closing energies from my group 1. This is Law of Attraction. If you feel like you are working on manifesting things, this is just going to give you some more advice. Some advice for group 1. Let's get some advice for group 1. Let's get that. 1 energy. Okay. Life is supposed to be good for me. I'm going to read this. You can pause it as well if you feel called to. You can pause that and read it, because sometimes I feel like I read kind of funny, but I'm going to read it anyways. So that is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. Do your best to find the best of the positive aspects around you, that surround you. Look at the things to appreciate, even if there aren't many. Look for things to feel good about. Give your attention as best as you can to the best things that are going on in your experience. With your determination to train yourself into the best feeling vibration that you can find here and now. That's a really beautiful closing energy for this group 1. It's telling me that finding appreciation with yourself and the things around you, even the simplest things, and that is where you're going to get your gratitude. That's where you're going to find that you actually matter. I think that sometimes when we're in that burdened energy, we forget about ourselves. We forget that we are good enough. And it's saying here, you are good enough. You are, you're wishing, you're hoping, you're creating, you're dreaming, you're a dreamer right now. And so it's telling me to tell you that look within yourself. It's saying that your dreams are important. The things around you, even the smallest things around you, even if you're struggling right now, the littlest things like waking up in the morning is a blessing, right? Those little things that you forget, and I forget as well, that you appreciate. Give your attention to the best things, even though if it's small. But yeah, anyways, group 1, that was such a beautiful reading. I am overwhelmed. This is so positive. I think that, you need to trust, you have responsibility to yourself, surrender, and you're in search, and you are progressing for your purpose. And I think that's a beautiful energy. And so anyways, group 1, thank you for joining me. I'm so happy that you're here. Definitely like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello, group 2. You chose the rose quartz crystal. This is such a beautiful crystal, one of my favorites. These are actually all rose quartzes. On the side, these are raw rose quartz, one of my favorite crystals actually. So if you feel called to getting some rose quartz, definitely check out my shop down below. I do have some more rose quartz on there. Also, you can look up online. Rose quartz is fairly easy to get, and so rose quartz is actually such a beautiful stone. So this is going to help you with love, unconditional love. This is a stone of healing. This is going to be living in connecting you to the vibrations of love, healing relationships, creating compassion. This is going to bring you peace and calmness. So even having this, even not to even create love for yourself, love for others, love and relationships. So that's a really beautiful stone for you to get. And that's what it's kind of telling me too about your situation, is that you are feeling like you are in maybe the power of love. You are feeling a lot of love. You're on your way, or either you're on your way to feel love. And so that's a beautiful energy. So let's get your tarot. Ace of Pentacles and the reverse star. So with the Ace of Pentacles, what this is telling me is that you are manifesting abundance. You are possibly even creating a great career for yourself. You're on your way to, to a new opportunity, new beginning, new energy. This is a very positive card that a lot of new things and positive things are coming into your life. With the reverse star, what this is telling me is that, so you kind of feel like overwhelmed, by the changes. You might feel like this is kind of a lot, that you're feeling like there's a lot of changes happening and it's a lot for you. And so you kind of lost faith and you lost hope a little bit, but you are on your way to something positive and something big. But you're kind of going through, you're kind of in the in between. So what your higher self is telling me is that new energy is coming. If you're feeling this way, mostly that you're feeling kind of burned in, you're kind of feeling lost a little bit, losing hope in your situation, you have the Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities are coming. New beginnings are coming for you. So that's really beautiful. And so the rose quartz might even help you get out of the situation, the stuck situation of why you are questioning yourself right now with that reverse star. So with the Starseed Oracle, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. What this is telling me, group 2 rose quartz group, is that you might feel like you are overwhelmed by what is happening. You're trying to take control. And what your higher self is telling me is that you need to let go. You need to stop micromanaging the universe. So it's such a conditional thing to try to control things that you can't control, right? So what it's telling me is that those are your messages that your higher self is telling me to tell you, that some of the things that are happening in your life, you might not have control over it, and that's okay. And so let's get some energy for group 2, some moon energy. So let's see. Moon energy for my group 2, rose quartz group. Group 2. Let's get one more. Two more, I think. Alrighty. So, adjustments are required. Your hard work is paying off. Let's see, the energy is gaining momentum. The end of a tough cycle approaches. These are beautiful energies, group 2. It's telling me that you might have been feeling that you have lost hope, right? But the end of a tough cycle approaches, Capricorn. So this might tell me Capricorn season is coming up. So that might be the beginning of the year for you, the next year, 2022. If you're watching this currently in this moment, or Capricorn season. And so it's going to end for you. This uncertainty, this lost hope energy that you have is ending. And that's why I think you also have the Ace of Pentacles, is because you have a new beginning coming. And this is just confirmation. The moon card right here, the end of tough cycle, is confirmation. Your hard work is paying off here, group 2. You've been working hard, right? You had these, you know, you've tried to go through the motions. You are doing the steps that you feel like you're doing, right, day to day. And so your hard work is paying off. And that's going to happen at the very similar moment, because these are 2 Capricorns, right? So that might happen at the very, very similar timing as this one as well, when you feel like the cycle is ending. And the cycle is very close, very close. I want to say in the next month or 2. So adjustments are required. And so this is telling me, group 2, is that you are adjusting to the situation. You're adjusting, you're letting things go. You are not micromanaging what's happening. That means what you're going to experience coming up, and what your higher self is telling me is that adjustments are required for you to progress and to move on to this Ace of Pentacles. And this is actually, I feel like, already happening for you. And you're just kind of in that kind of same energy that you have with the star. You might feel still lost, but also helpful. And rose quartz is going to help you with that. And that's probably part of what's going to happen with the rose quartz, it's going to help you with the feelings you're having, with the lostness. It's going to turn yourself within yourself, and open your heart up to that unconditional love. And that's also going to connect you to your inner self, and trust your instincts, and trust that these are steps that are happening for you, and the energy is gaining momentum. So what it's telling me is that maybe you had felt that you were stuck, and so all of that energy is gaining momentum, and it's going to change. It's going to change for the better for you, group 2. So that's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's get some heart messages from my group 2. Let's get some heart messages for group 2. Let's get some heart messages from my group 2. Oh, get that one. Let's get some heart messages for group 2. Okay. So we have respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Trust. You have strong connection to your soul's inner voice and have faith in your intuition. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve the highest ideals of love. This is very interesting because group 1, the Moldavite, actually got these 3 cards, I believe. So if you feel called to group 1 as well, I recommend you watching that if you feel called to. And so these are really amazing messages that your higher self is telling you, that basically you have to trust in your inner voice. You have the ability and the power to be aware of where you're going, aware of what your dreams are, and so the devotion and consistency of being is what is going to lead you to your Ace of Pentacles, what is going to lead you to this tough cycle opening. And these are things that I feel like you're already doing, and you just need to be reminded, right? We need to be reminded that releasing old conditions of ourselves is not helping us. Keeping that in our daily mindset is not helping us. So we have to detach from those old patterns and releasing those ideas that no longer serve us. And that's part of respecting your soul as well. Respecting the way you want, where you want to go, where your path is leading you. And so you're finding, there's a lot of love here. I feel like also with the rose quartz, especially, unconditional love is going to help you. And that's not even romantic love. That's going to be love for yourself. That unconditional love, maybe you have had distance yourself from, and that maybe you don't pay attention to day to day. That unconditional love, this rose quartz, is going to help you remember that. And that's what it's saying here, is that being responsible and loyal to yourself and respecting yourself and trusting your intuition and getting rid of the things that don't serve you anymore is really going to help you, group 2. So let's get some more energies for my group 2. These are just some clarifications. So just some more clarification cards, kind of going over what is going on with group 2 and get some advice for my group. I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful reading. It's very it's soul searching. That's what I want to say, is that this is very soul searching, that really living in the highest vibrational form is in love is definitely a daily practice. Sometimes we just get too worried, too overwhelmed by life, and that kind of takes us off track with everything. Okay. So we have divine guidance. 5, the search of meaning the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So what this is telling me, group 2, is that you are searching for the meaning of life. I think that's very reflective in what you're trying to find. You are feeling like the cycle is ending for you. And you are going within yourself, unconditionally loving yourself with the rose quartz. You might need to also align with yourself to attract those teachers that are going to help you and friends that are going to help you. And just be wary about that. I think that depending on what it is, if you are spiritually guided, I think that you are, and you are spiritually awakening or growing your awakening, I think this is a beautiful thing. When you find people who are also in like vibration with you, that might be something that is coming towards you as well. And so when you're searching for the meaning of life, you might also search for people who are guiding you on that direction as well. Okay, 2 of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision over analyzing a problem. Find a compromise. Okay, 3 of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. Is there another card in there? It feels just thick. Okay. So these are beautiful advice cards for you, group 2. It's definitely telling me to tell you that you are going to start to release these things that you've been thinking about. Detach from old patterns, release the past, grow from situations. Time heals. Over analyzing, this is going to be a process for you that will require you to adjust. And this is going to help you grow. This is only going to be positive for you. These are definitely energies that are positive. These are definitely energies of changings that are positive. Okay, 8 of Ariel. Oh, look at that. It's an amazing picture, actually. So take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Okay, interesting. So you might feel called to, I know we were talking about purpose a little bit. I think you are also trying to find your purpose. You might feel like you need to grow in knowledge in some way. You're doing research, maybe going back to school, as you can see here. You are searching for the meaning of life. That means maybe possibly getting educated in a certain subject or a certain interest that you have as well. And I think go for it, definitely. I think you need to trust in yourself. Trust in that Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning. And if you feel called to just make the moves, that's a beautiful sign for you to start to make the moves for yourself. That's amazing energy. Is that take pride in that, take loyalty, respect what you are believing in your changes right now. So that's what your higher self is telling you. So we're going to get some law of attraction energies. This is going to be your closing message. These are just energies if you're familiar with Abraham Hicks. Law of attraction energy. These are definitely source messages, higher self messages, kind of telling you what else you need to hear. Okay. So the card says, I have control of the vibration I offer. It says here, you can pause the video if you want to read it yourself, but I'm going to read it out loud. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you are in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff and that you have put there. And you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvous with you. When you get control of the vibration you offer, you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. So if you're familiar with Abraham Hicks, I'll just go over what the vortex means. And so the vortex is talking about living and breathing and being in your true self. So that means in relation to manifesting, when you're in your vortex, anything can happen that you want, right? That's, you know, do some research if you're connected to this. You can type in Abraham Hicks vortex, and I know that's one of the books that they had written. And so it's saying here that taking control and being daily in your vortex and being daily in your inner being and inner self is going to give you what you expect, and you create those good feelings for yourself. You have control over that. And so that's what it's telling you here, is that even the good stuff that you put there, you have control. So that's a beautiful ending energy for Rose Quartz group. Definitely like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. I definitely will be bringing out more videos, and I just appreciate your time today, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at, and see you later. Bye. Hi, group 3. I apologize for the pause. I had to take care of a few things that came up, and so yeah, let's just get back into it. And so what this is telling me is that the Starseed Oracle is saying to jump in, Astromedian energy, adventure, say yes to change. So what your higher self is telling me is that you are preparing for changes. You are already in your Empress energy. You are saying that, you know, you're taking up a lot of work. You are connecting with the divine directly with the messages and the feelings that you're receiving. And so it's saying that you need to say yes to change, and that is what's happening for you right now. And so let's get some moon energy. Oh, backwards. Let's get some moon energy from my group 3, the Celestite crystal. And so let's get some energies for group 3. Yes. So end of a tough cycle approaches. The energy is gaining momentum. What do you need to release? So what it's telling me is that you might be, what your higher self is saying is that you are going to experience a cycle ending. You are currently in a cycle, and it's saying that if you might feel burdened by what's happening, it will end. It will be reborn. It will have a change for you, and it's gonna tell you what you need to release. So this cycle is going to release stuff that has been holding you back, and so these are what I feel like your higher self is saying is that it's time to release the things that are not serving you. And the energy is gaining momentum. So you are being reborn quickly, and you are having these energies coming to you quicker than it used to be. That's what I'm kind of getting from this energy, group 3. Let's get some more clarification messages for my group 3. So let's get some more clarification messages for group 3. Let's get some more clarification messages. Oh. This is actually very similar to group 2. So if you felt like for some reason, there's definitely similar energies that this collective particularly are going through very similar things, actually. So if you feel called to watch the whole thing, definitely feel free to. And I think that you might find a lot of things helpful for you. I'm finding I'm kind of seeing very similar energies and very similar messages here for this certain collective that that is receiving these messages. Ooh, okay. So let's get that one. Yeah, let's get this one. And so So we have the moon, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. So what this is telling me, group 3, is that you are in need of following your intuition. You are in the Empress energy. That means that you're in touch with your soul right now. You're in touch with your higher self. You're on your way to reaching that awareness for yourself. The moon is a lot of emotions. So you might feel like you're having a lot of emotions, a lot of realizations from what's happening right now. And so it's saying here with the page of Gabriel, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities, and excitement and adventure. So this is actually reflecting that this is going to be the future. After this tough cycle ends and recreates again, you're going to a new cycle that is going to bring change. And what it's saying is that you're going to find the answers and the help with connecting to the divine, connecting to your third eye, connecting to your intuition. And so this is going to be a very fun and challenging part where you are following your passion. You are going to be working hard. You're going to be connecting to your true self. You are following your opportunities that are coming to you. So those are beautiful messages for group 3. So the last one, page of Ariel. Excitement opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or pursuit of education. Time to get to work. So that's very similar to what I have been saying. Your passion is what's going to fuel you right now. You have the opportunities coming to you. Your energy is gaining momentum. These are beautiful messages. You're going to be saying yes to these changes. That you're already in your Empress energy. You're feeling like you're juggling a lot, but you are realizing what you need to release. You're realizing you need to live in your passion. You're realizing you need to say yes to change. And your tough cycle is ending. You are improving your situation with the moon card. You're already in your Empress energy. Let me get some more messages for my group 3. Let's get some heart messages here. Let me get some more messages for my group 3. This is the Celestite energy. And what I'm getting with the Celestite, you are connected to the angels. Celestite is a very angelic stone, I want to say. And so that's what it's telling me right now, is that you're connected to your angels. You're connected to source, the higher power. You have a direct connection to that energy. Let me get one more for my group 3. Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Empathy. You feel and understand emotions of another in service of love. Patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So, group 3, I think this is very, very beautiful energy. This empathy card is very similar to the Empress energy. You are feeling a lot. You're empathetic to the emotions of another. You are living in the service of love. And I think that's why I'm saying too, if you feel drawn to collective group 2 with the rose quartz, that was very much a collective that talked about unconditional love, and the Empress is really living in that as well. And love was a big part of that reading. So this is also similar energy where you feel like you are in service to others. You are able to take on that energy and help others by being empathetic of others and feeling the emotions and feeling and understanding that. And so this is a transformation. Use the power of love to move through illusions and shift your awareness. So that's what you're doing right now, group 3, is that you are shifting and you are realizing things you need to release. You need to live in your passion. You are looking at the opportunities to change and grow your plans and grow away from your, facing your fears and growing away from that, and also being patient with yourself. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. And so it's saying here that you are taking the time to let things flow. You're taking the time to follow your passion. You're taking those opportunities that are popping up for you, and you're being patient with yourself, and you're being patient with the transition of the changes and the cycles that are happening for you. You're being patient for what you need to release as well. And so these are beautiful, beautiful energies for group 3. Let's get some more. Let's get an angel message. Let's get some angel messages here. So this is going to also clarify your situation and give me some insight of what is happening and what your higher self is telling you. So group 3, let's get some angel messages answers. Angel messages for my group 3. So trust. What a beautiful message. So trust in the divine. Meditation brings answers. Okay, so this is actually going towards your Celestite energy. So as a reminder, your Celestite is going to connect you more towards your mindfulness, more towards your prayers, more towards your intuition, your spiritual connection, right? And meditation is going to bring you answers. So that tells me maybe if you end up getting a Celestite, maybe use it during your meditation to connect you to those answers and to the divine. And that's a really beautiful combination here. So meditation is going to bring you answers, and it's going to give you the clarification that you need as well. Also, like I was saying, if you're connected to angels, that might be your way of connecting to your higher self or your angels. So that's a beautiful message here. And so what it's telling me with this message, trust your intuition, trust the need, the passion, trust your changes, trust in the up and down opportunities, the challenges, trust in releasing your fears, releasing the things that you don't need anymore, that are no longer part of what the changes, the new cycle is going to bring you. So trust in that change and that momentum and those opportunities. It's saying to get to work. Time to get to work. It's trusting yourself. And so let's get some closing messages. These are messages that are more of law of attraction messages, energy. It's going to talk about source, and it's going to talk about what you need to connect to. Just give me some energies for group 3 and what you feel like will help you, group 3. Let's get some messages. Okay. So group 3, my true success is measured by my alignment. And so it has here the scales, the balancing. And so that's beautiful. My trust. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Definitely pause it if you feel need to and read it again and just kind of soak in that message. So what it's saying, alignment with source, being inside your vortex of creation, becoming one with the true expanded version of you, is the ultimate selfishness. And yes, in the state of alignment, all good things must come to you. Every rocket of desire that you are launched will be fulfilled. True success is not an attainment of things, the achievement of tasks, or achievement of financial abundance. True success is the coming into alignment with you. Yes, selfishly aligning with your desires, your clarity, your confidence, your knowledge, your love with yourself. And so I'm kind of like amazed by this, because the reason why is because this kind of sums up your reading, actually, group 3. It's saying here, what I've kind of been repeating here, is that you're going to find the answers within yourself. You achieving true alignment with yourself is the ultimate creation of your world, and you are seeking that alignment. You are seeking that spiritual awakening, and you are seeking your plans. You're seeking and trusting into that spiritual growth that you are coming into with this cycle. You know, you're leaving your old self behind. You're being patient with yourself. You are aligning to your true self here, your true creation, your true sense of source. So you are a very spiritual being, group 3. You are very spiritual, and I think that you're at the point where you are releasing, you're letting go, you're growing, you're realizing your true self will not, finding your true self and being one with your true self is going to bring you those achievements that you want, those desires that you want. And that's a really beautiful energy. Wow, I'm so like, all of these readings actually have been such a beautiful, in the same beautiful similar energy. And so I think that it's saying to trust. Meditation will bring you the answers. Say yes to change. Live in your passion, finding your true self. This is a journey. You've been working on this, I know, because I just feel it. I feel that for you to be already in your Empress energy, that takes time, that takes transformation, and the transformation is still continuing on. And so keep doing what you're doing, group 3. I think that if you also feel called to group 2, I think group 2 has a lot of similar energies. And I also feel like if you feel called to group 1 as well, that might also be a progression. I almost feel like this is the progression of group 1, 2, and 3, and this is that sort of clarification ending energy that I get from the same kind of similar collective, that you're going through different stages of this change. And so I'm kind of seeing a lot of similarities between the 3, and this is the like kind of like the ultimate peak right now that you are experiencing and you are going to experience. So I feel a lot of lightness here. I feel a lot of positive energy here. And so that's amazing. You know, your energy is gaining momentum. You are getting in touch with your true self. And so anyways, group 3, that is so beautiful. I'm just so happy for you guys. I think that you just keep going. I think that this is a beautiful message for you. And so yeah, definitely if you feel called to, like, share, and subscribe. And I definitely will be back for more messages. And I'll see you later, group 3. Bye.